State-owned public news television channel DD News has revamped its logo. The logo was earlier blue and now has been changed to saffron. After DD News introduced its new saffron logo, opposition parties have not stopped bashing the BJP government, alleging its involvement in this major transformation. However, the Prasar Bharati CEO, the Times now spoke to govt, clarified that it is not the first time that DD's logo has undergone a color change and there is no political pressure behind the same. However, with general elections round the corner, the change to a color similar to that of BJP's flag has not gone down well with the opposition. They've alleged the BJP government is misusing institutions. Listen in to their scathing attack.
It's an attack on plurality, attack on diversity. Ours is a diverse culture, and it's a beautiful culture that we have all colors in our garden. They are power hungry. By hook and crook, they create such kind of things.
India have decided to retire Prime Minister Modi. Every institution powered by the voters of India, taxpayers of India, and strengthened by Constitution of India must think that when Mr. Modi retires, nation returns to a proper functioning democracy. Who are the people who will be held responsible for towing a line which is against people?
It is not only the logo of Doordarshan. To be very truthful, if you go to the parliament and if you enter inside the houses, you will see the entire ambience and the seat colors. Those have been also changed. Because BJP believes in one nation, one party, one color, one leader, which is in contradiction to the basic unity and diversity essence of our India Constitution.
Reacting to opposition's claim, BJP's questioned why there was hatred for saffron. The BJP's even asserted that even the Indian flag has a saffron color in it. Listen.
For the first time in the last 10 years, we've had a Doordarshan and this the national communication platform of Doordarshan actually disseminating fair news, because earlier the other parties were not, the opposition parties would not even be allowed to not just appear or to have their views expressed on this, the biggest vehicle which has the biggest footprint in India. And now because the logo has been turned saffron or is using that color, what is the harm in it? Isn't saffron part of India? So I don't know. It is that Kesariya Rang, it is saffron, it is very much a part of the Indian flag. So I don't understand what is the problem with saffron?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, Pankaj Sharma, senior journalist, and Shubhankar Bhattacharya, political analyst, joining us on the show. Pankaj Sharma, let me start with you. What is the objection to the logo turning saffron? It is part of the national flag. Don't just associate it with any one political party, says the BJP. Pankaj.
See, this obsession to paint everything in a particular color, to compel everyone to behave uniformly, to think uniformly, the obsession to rename age-old institutions, age-old cities, age-old streets, all these are the clear symptoms of the paranoia, the schizophrenia with which our current ruling dispensation is suffering. See the hypocrisy of Prasar Bharati when it says while changing the color of the logo that we are now available in new avatars, but our values remain the same. See the ignominious mindset with which Doordarshan's logo has been changed from blue to saffron just on the eve of the first phase of general elections. It speaks for itself that values are no more the same. In reality, the values are no more the same for the last 1 decade. And new avatar, you call it incarnation. Incarnation is a conception of a deity, a spirit. How can the devilish actions by, how can these devilish actions by Doordarshan be called new epitome? DD claiming that it is ready for a news journey like never before. That is perhaps true. It was never before that the public broadcaster has been so abusive against the responsible opposition, so castigating against its own countrymen, that calling them anti-national.
Okay, you have declared judgment, sir. Sanju Verma, these are devilish actions all happening on the eve of a general election. Please respond to Pankaj Sharma. Pankaj Sharma, yeah. Sanju Verma is responding to you.
Madhav, I have a small grouse. I saw that when Mr. Sharma was speaking, and with no offense to him, you constantly had a smile on your face. When I speak, I always feel that, I have a gun to my head, with no offense to you. But be that as it may, I just have a couple of points to make.
I'm smiling now, Sanju Verma, so that you don't feel left out.
Thank you, Madhav. Yeah, I'm feeling more at ease. Madhav, look at again I will say, look at the hilarity, the audacity and the irony of this entire thing. I remember before we hosted the G20 summit, we decided that the logo of One Earth, One Family, One Future, India will have the logo of Lotus. इन्होंने क्या कहा? Look, they are trying to saffronize an international event, whereas we said, we have chosen Lotus because Lotus was declared a national flower way back in 1950, and Lotus is where goddess Lakshmi also sits, the goddess of prosperity, and goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, also sits. So ये दोनों का वाहन है. अभी Doordarshan comes under Prasar Bharati. Prasar Bharati Act was passed in 1990, but it came into effect only in 1997. And Madhav, correct me if I'm wrong. For the longest time, irrespective of which government is in power or otherwise, Doordarshan, All India Radio, Akashvani, the three big, bodies within the Prasar Bharati, they by and large functioned independently without fear or fervor. So whether the Doordarshan logo is a vibrant red or whether it is a fiery saffron with hues of blue, why are you worried when the values of Doordarshan are not changing? आपको saffron से वैसे भी दिक्कत क्या है भाई साहब?
Yeah, but they will say that the appointees, the CEO, etc., all appointed by the central government. But let me bring in Shubhankar on that point. Shubhankar, is there some kind of A, allergy to saffron is a question coming from Sanju Verma, and B, it's not the first time that the DD logo is being revamped. It's happened several times in the past.
See, Madhav, on the contrary, I would like to ask that whether there is some hatred or whether some intolerance towards the colors, other colors as well for the BJP people. Oh, why is there so much hatred for the green? Why is that? Because there was a time, you must have heard that...
on what basis do you say hatred for green?
We can easily make out the caste of a person. I'm telling you. See, this is the same party which used to say we can make out your caste just looking at the color. So today they are so intolerant about green, so intolerant about white, so intolerant. I'm telling you that I'm scared. I'm completely scared that tomorrow, I think the tricolor, our lovely tricolor would be under some threat. Because the entire, the conspiracy is being so that the entire nation can be printed in one particular color, only saffron. What's the fun in it? I just want to know. And what was the need? What was the requirement? Isn't there other issues which were much more relevant as well, changing the logo of Doordarshan? This is just to prove the people your power. You're just showing that either you bow down or we will make you toe the line.
Karan Verma.
That is the thing.
Yeah, no, Karan, this is a limited time debate. Let Karan come in. Karan, this is just an attempt at asserting power. Why only saffron? What about the other two colors in the national flag? Will the tricolor also be replaced? Is Shubhankar's question.
We don't have a problem with any color. We love green, we love white. But what is his problem with saffron? What is the problem? The same problem that they had when the Sengol was installed in the parliament. They have a problem with everything Sanatan. Basically, they see saffron as a color of Sanatan, and it is their Sanatan hatred that comes to the fore. I want to tell him.
No, only saffron. Only saffron has
one second. Shubhankar, 1 second. Nobody interrupted you, sir.
Eliminate that also.
1 second.
Wait 1 second. Madhav, now let me make my point. They had the same problem with the Sengol. Just so he knows, if he has so much of hatred for Sanatan, because all their parties have wanted to eradicate Sanatan, even when you visit our parliament, what is written on the speaker's chair is Dharma Chakra Pravartanai. Even Satyamev Jayate, which was written on the old slogan, emblem of Doordarshan, that is also from our Upanishads. Did you have a problem with that also? So what all will you eliminate if you have such a big problem with everything saffron, everything Sanatan? Yato dharma stato jaya. This is the motto of our judiciary. This also comes from our Sanatan texts. Where all would you look for elimination of Sanatan? Entire Atma of this country is Sanatan. Get it thick and proper in your head. You cannot eliminate this.
I want Ashutosh to respond to that.
These are our
Ashutosh, how far will we go in denying us Sanatan roots is Karan Verma's question.
No, the problem here is that again he's playing the communal card of Hindus being in Khatre. There is no such thing. This is just Hindus in Khatre is a political slogan of BJP, which Karan is repeating. Doordarshan saffronization started way back in 2014 when it covered the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat.
Okay, Karan, let him speak now. Yeah.
And changing the color of the logo at the behest of an outgoing government is merely an official acceptance of the wrong that had set up in this organization a decade ago. Now that is the problem. The problem is when you become a mouthpiece. You have become a mouthpiece not just of the ruling party but also its parent organization, that is RSS. You are telecasting his of an NGO, so-called NGO. Why was its chief's speech telecast alike?
No.
And then this saffron now is actually the color of the cap that is worn by BJP. It is their official color of their official cap. So to connect saffron only with Sanatan is a trick which does not fool anyone.
Okay.
Nowhere is there in all Hindu religions when actually that you go to worship you wear white. So this connecting saffron only with because with Hindu being in Khatra doesn't stand.
Okay.
It is a
Okay. Hindus being in Khatra, cap of the BJP, several connections being drawn here. Sanju Verma, several inferences that Ashutosh Mishra has had. Please respond to them.
You know, Madhav, I think Karan made a very interesting point. And very quickly, I just want to say one thing. Do you remember July 2022? Atop the new parliament building, we installed the lion emblem, the lion emblem from Sarnath. And what did the entire opposition say? This lion is looking very ferocious. It's looking, extremely aggressive. Arey bhai sahab, Hardeep Puri had to put out a long tweet thread where he said that the original Sarnath emblem is only 1.6 meters above the ground. The new one weighs 9,500 kgs and is more than 6.5 meters above the ground. So the lion's dimensions are bigger. The lion will obviously look more ferocious, more aggressive, more abrasive. And in any case, a lion is supposed to be regal. A lion is not supposed to bleat like a sheep. So my limited point is that BJP kuch bhi kare. Opposition ko usse dikkat hai.
All right.
Three colors in the flag.
Okay.
White and green, and then we have the Ashoka Chakra in naval blue. Has the BJP changed that?
All right.
Dikkat kya hai, bhai sahab?
All right. Let's call it an end to this debate now. Of course, we have very limited time. Sanju Verma, Karan Verma, Ashutosh Mishra, Pankaj Sharma. Important debate because end of the day, Doordarshan is a public broadcaster and certainly, of course, subject to politics quite clearly as we are seeing. Nothing is going to be spared of politics in this political season. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.